She laughed as she spun. Not with me. The lights blurred into warm streaks of gold and amber, the band swelling as if the room itself had decided to breathe louder. My hand was still raised in the air, fingers curled, waiting for a weight that never returned. She didn't look back. Her dress flared as another man's hand settled at her waist. Familiar, too familiar. The kind of touch that doesn't ask permission because it already knows the answer. My chest tightened. Not jealousy, not yet. Recognition. I watched her head tilt toward him, the way her smile sharpened, the way her eyes softened in a way they hadn't for me in months. I noticed the details my heart tried to ignore, the synchronization of their steps, the private rhythm they shared while the rest of us clapped along like obedient witnesses. The music swelled, applause erupted. I felt something detach inside me, clean, surgical. A woman stood beside me, alone, abandoned mid-dance, like I was. She glanced at me with an apologetic smile. I offered my hand before thinking. "May I?" She nodded. As I pulled her into the rhythm, I kept my eyes on my wife. She finally looked back. For half a second, confusion flickered across her face, then something else. Fear. People tell you betrayal announces itself with drama. They're wrong. It whispers. It shows up as small absences, delayed replies, a phone angled just slightly away, laughter that ends too quickly when you enter a room. I had cataloged these things for months without naming them, because naming them would make them real, and once real, they would demand action. The dance just removed the blindfold. She avoided my gaze afterward, talked too loudly, drank too fast, introduced me to people I already knew, her hand barely touching my arm, as if proximity itself had become dangerous. The man stayed close, too close. I watched him watch her, not like a stranger, like someone checking inventory. I smiled when she finally came to me, breathless, cheeks flushed. "You disappeared," she said. "So did you," I thought. Instead, I nodded, calm, neutral, safe. Later that night, she fell asleep instantly. I lay awake beside her, staring at the ceiling, replaying the spin of her dress, the certainty of his grip. I didn't ask questions. Questions warn people. I waited. Silence is a powerful tool. I sharpened it. I stopped asking about her day, stopped reacting when she left the room to take calls. I became predictable, reliable, boring. She relaxed. People always do when they think they've won. I memorized patterns instead. Dates, names, the way she showered longer on Thursdays, the way her phone lit up at odd hours with notifications that vanished before I could see them. I checked records, cross-referenced numbers, sat in my car outside places I pretended not to know she visited. I watched. The woman I danced with that night, her name was Mara, became an unlikely mirror. Coffee turned into conversation, conversation into quiet understanding. Nothing physical, nothing reckless. Control mattered. One evening I saw my wife and him together through a cafe window. No hiding, no shame. His hand rested on her knee beneath the table. She laughed. I didn't flinch. I went home and prepared dinner. When she arrived late, I kissed her cheek and asked if she'd like dessert. She smiled like someone getting away with something. That was when I knew. The confirmation arrived on a Tuesday. A message, not meant for me. His name, her words, explicit, unfiltered, careless. She must have sent it while distracted, while confident. I waited until she came home, set the phone on the table between us, didn't speak. She saw it immediately. Color drained from her face. Her mouth opened, then closed. Tears rose on command, and old performance. "I can explain," she whispered. I nodded once. "I know," I said. That broke her. She reached for me. I stood. The power shift was audible. The dance competition finale came a week later, public, perfect. She searched the crowd for me, panic tightening her smile when she couldn't find me at first. Then she saw me, standing beside Mara. My hand rested lightly at Mara's back, respectful, deliberate. When the music started, I led with precision, every step measured, every turn exact, not to hurt her, to show her. I caught my wife's eye mid-spin. She missed a step. Her partner faltered. The audience noticed. Afterward, I didn't confront her backstage. I didn't raise my voice. I simply left the envelope on her dressing table. Inside, printed messages, dates, photos, and a single line written neatly at the bottom. I saw you long before you saw me. I didn't wait for explanations. I don't need them anymore. Betrayal loses its power once it's seen clearly, once it's named, once it's exposed to light and left there to dry out and die. I walked away without running, without looking back. Some people think revenge needs rage. They're wrong. It only needs truth and the patience to let it land. She twirled with someone else. I switched partners and learned I had already been dancing alone.